Welcome back to the channel Gadgets for Gentlemen. It is almost exactly 5 years ago that I unboxed my first Apple AirPods Series 2, the second generation, which I really loved. I will leave a link here in the display of this amazing AirPods that I purchased 5 years ago. I also purchased some accessories, the Tika AirPods strap that I still have to this day, as you can see here, in order not to lose your AirPods when you use them. I also combined it with a beautiful leather protection case by Decoded, a Dutch brand, genuine leather, very nice case that you can throw around your neck, not to lose your case and your AirPods. And I also did a video of a AirPods clone, the TWS i10s. I'll leave a link in here as well. So what happened? I went on a trip to Germany and I had a bottle like this, like a liquid with me for my eyewear to clean my glasses. And what happened in my backpack in the airplane, I think due to pressure, one of these bottles, not this one, but just a bottle with liquid for my glasses, it started to leak on the case of my AirPods. So my AirPods, when I got home, there was no LED indicator anymore. It didn't work. I put it to dry in rice. I contacted Apple, but pretty much those 5-year-old AirPods and AirPods case couldn't be saved. So I decided to compare the new models, the AirPods, the second gen that I have right here, the AirPods third gen, and the AirPods Pro second gen. I compared them, I watched tons of videos and compared all these specifications and the prices. $129 for this one, the second gen, $169 for the third gen, and the AirPods Pro second gen $249 on the Apple website. And pretty much there's a lot of deals everywhere. I managed to get these second gen that I owned in the past, brand new, for a sweet deal, retail price $129. I got them a little bit more affordable here in Europe. And in this video, I want to tell you why I decided to go for these outdated AirPods for my day-to-day use, which might sound to you to be a bit weird. Why would you go for a $129 AirPods in 2023 when for $40 more you have a newer generation, the third gen, for $169? Or if you go for $120 up, from $129 to $249, you can get the AirPods Pro second gen. So why would you go with this low budget $129 AirPods? And for me, it has to do with price, it has to do with ergonomics. What I saw in tons of videos is this kind of shape of the AirPods. They don't fall out of your ears. And I must confess, I have been using those AirPods for 5 years until that water damage. And they never fell out of my ears. I did drop them from my desk on the go, but having these in my ears, they just never fell out. So even using that accessory, well, it wasn't that useful because with my ear shape, I never had a problem in the first place. They would just never fall out of my ears. I have been looking into the third gen, the normal AirPods third gen for $169. And what I noticed is the specs have been greatly improved, especially with that increased battery and in terms of that water resistance, because it is sweat and water resistant. And also the charging case is sweat and water resistant, which I think is perfect. I think it's great. Also the charging case allows for more battery. So you have 30 hours of listening time with the charging case compared to 24 hours with this bad boy. I did notice on those videos that the shape of the AirPods third gen, I'll include a photo right here, the shape and the ergonomics of both the case and the devices itself have changed drastically. And what I noticed in reviews is that the shape of the AirPods for your ears, to some people, they come with problems. They fall out of your ears. So I decided to go with the version that I know, and I never had any trouble wearing these ones. So I went for the cheapest option, the 129 version. I don't think the battery thing for me is that spectacular. 24 hours compared to 30 hours. I don't think it's a big deal. But that water damage issue is a big thing. So now I'm very alarmed with my AirPods after 5 years of breaking down. I will just be very careful nowadays with any kind of liquids, whether it be the liquids from your glasses or just a bottle of water. Just be very careful not to leak anything in your bag or your purse. And also obviously in the rain. I'll be very careful with this brand new AirPods 2nd gen. And what I plan to do is just at all times just wear the case in this leather case, because with this leather case already there's a little bit of more protection against water or liquids compared to just having the case like this. Of course there is cutouts for the lightning cable. There's a cutout here for the, I think the button that we have on the case that I will show you in a second. But just having a little bit of leather just around the case might just prevent a little bit of water damage. So in this video I want to unbox this AirPods 2nd gen for the second time on my channel. Previous version is 5 years ago, and I was quite sad that my AirPods did have water damage because they were still working fine after 5 years. I did notice that the battery seemed to not last as long as previously, but they were still working fine. So yeah, I'm a bit sad of throwing away my AirPods because they were still working perfectly. Also a quick shout out to my Beats. I think this is called the Beats X, that are still working. And as you can see, they have been under a lot of stress. They're almost falling apart, but also these bad boys are still working. And I think I also did a video on this product that is still working fine. They might break down at some point. As you can see, these tips. I wonder, without any tips, if they still fit in my ear, if they still stay in my ear. But these Beats, they are still working fine. So I'm so confident in Apple products that I purchased them again. And in this video, I will just unbox this 2nd gen. I wish I could try out the 3rd gen and see if that fit is great. If the fit is great, I think that increased price is justified because of the improved battery, because of that water resists. What else? Well, I never used the double tap on the 2nd gen. The 3rd gen has a force sensor. I think it is pressure sensitive. It has a spatial audio, so it has a better audio quality, what I heard. Other than that, there's not big differences. The case looks a bit different, but who really cares? I don't think that's a big deal. It seems that the audio on the 3rd gen is better. For me, I'm not really looking into the AirPods Pro. For me, they're just way too expensive, honestly, for what it is. So for me, the comparison has always been between the 3rd gen and the 2nd gen, which is just a $40 price difference. The 3rd gen also has an inward facing microphone added to the dual beamforming microphones. So I guess the sound quality for making phone calls is increased in the 3rd gen. The controls are a bit different. You have more options to command your phone. In terms of the weight, these things, they weigh about the same. Dimensions just are different. I was a bit scared to buy the 3rd gen if they don't fit in my ear. I'm not sure if you can return them if the fit is not great. Also, the case is barely different in terms of weight. What is remarkable is the 4 hour talk time with a single charge of the third gen, which is 1 hour more compared to the second gen. So I think that's a drastic change if you use the AirPods for making phone calls. If you do a lot of phone calls, I guess the third gen is a better buy. Listening time with a single charge, so that must be like music, YouTube, whatever. 6 hours compared to 5 hours, so also third gen is a bit improved. And that's it. For me, the biggest improvement has to be the water resistance, IPX4 for both the AirPods and the case. Still using that same Bluetooth 5.0, the third gen versus the second gen. The AirPods Pro, they have Bluetooth 5.3. In the box of this particular second gen, we have a lightning cable, USB-A. With the third gen AirPods, we have a lightning to USB-C cable. So that's a small difference. So I might look into the fact if I can try out the AirPods third gen. If I cannot try them out, I'll probably just stay with this second gen, because this fit has worked me quite well over time. So I really like this shape. So let's get started and unbox these AirPods. I just confirmed here in the Netherlands. These things, when you open the seal, you cannot return with your... So I just confirmed in the Netherlands with the vendor that I purchased these AirPods. The moment you break this seal, you cannot return these AirPods and the AirPods case due to hygienic reasons, because you place these ones in your ears. So I'm not gonna try out the AirPods 3, although they are a better product at a slightly higher price tag. I'm not gonna try them out because I'm just afraid, from all the reviews that I've seen on YouTube, and also I'm reading on Amazon, that a lot of people have troubles with these third gen AirPods falling out of their ears because they're thicker, they're smaller. But with the second gen, people are just loving the way it fits. So let's open up this second gen box and let's make this official. Remove the seal. Let's get started. There we go. So the way I plan to use this, usually most of the time indoors with my iMac, MacBook, iPad, iPhone. I might also use them on my bicycle, but most of the time I will be using them indoors. On the bicycle when it starts to rain or walking, I will definitely put them back in the case, put them in that leather protection, and put them somewhere away in my coat or my bag, definitely away from any bottles or liquids. So here are the typical things, and here we have, most important, we have the case in the plastics, and always, as we know, Apple, beautiful packaging, very satisfying to remove those plastic parts. Here we have the case. It feels a bit sticky from the tape. What I wanted to mention is we have that cutout in that leather case. I think this is the thing we use for pairing the AirPods initially, to use that way. So here we have the case. It's a small one. How does it compare? If you are a watch lover, it is about the size of your SKX. So as you can see, the case of the SKX is about the size of this case. Case just slightly bigger, ever so slightly. And here, ooh, already here inside, we can see that LED. It looks like it's breathing, it's like, oof, it's very nice. And then very confident, very solid closing this. And here we should have a charging cable. And here, imagine selling this device. You probably never get it back into this package like this neat. Let me just remove it. So here we have the lightning cable with the USB-A, and it's just great. I will just use it right away to charge my AirPods. Most important, here are the AirPods. I think still to this day they look very much like those electrical toothbrush thing, and they just look great. I've been using mine for 5 years, so they were looking a little bit used up, But here we have them very clean case. My case is not that clean anymore. And here we can see the AirPods are charging in this case already. So I'll leave it here. This was just a quick unboxing and rationale. Why buying the AirPods version 2, generation 2 in 2023? For me, the number one reason is fit. So this kind of shape, what I've read on the reviews, people having a great experience wearing these ones compared to the generation 3 that keeps falling out of your ears. Well, this is exaggerated. I'm sure a lot of people are loving the Gen 3, but also a lot of people are complaining about the fit that is different from this Gen 2. I have been experiencing these Gen 2s for 5 years, never had any issues. So for me, I think it's logical to go with this version that I have a lot of confidence in. The only downside, I think, is the battery. It's not the best compared to the Gen 3 or the AirPods Pro. And the number one reason for buying this one, it has to be because of that water damage of my previous AirPods. So I gotta be very, very careful with liquids. With any kind of liquid, gotta stay away from this case. No rain, no liquids from your bottles in your bag. So I'm gonna be very careful with this one. But then again, I have a very low price point at $129. Even if something were to happen to this version, man, they're still quite affordable, relatively speaking, in the Apple domain, of course. So that's it for now. I hope this video was helpful to you, helping you decide whether to go with the Gen 2 or the Gen 3, or even the AirPods Pro that I did not really detail in this video. I would say go for what you feel is the best choice for you. For me, with the fit and having the option of falling out of your ears, I think the Gen 2 are very solid. That shape is, for a lot of people, is really perfect. So, and having that lower price point is just nice. I mean, I'm saving myself $40 going for the Gen 2 with just a slightly worse battery life and also a not so good protection against water and other liquids. So I gotta be careful with these ones, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love them again, hopefully for another 5 years to come. So thank you so much for watching this video. If it was helpful, please leave a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will look into them. Have a great day and see you soon.